one more problem before we go to the next. So we have done how many problems yesterday, last class?
One.
One problem. Can you read that one problem? Akash Krishnan, can you read the problem what we did?
Yes, ma'am.
Say.
Ma'am, force is equal to 1 centimeter.
No, dear. You read that question, what I gave you.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, force is 20 Newton and the area is 2 centimeter.
Okay. Okay. Then to find the pressure. Is that so? Okay.
Calculate the pressure acting on a nail area 2 centimeter square and force of 20 Newton.
Okay, okay. Arav, can you tell me 1 centimeter equal to how much meters? I told you to study that relation. 1 centimeter equal to how many meters we have written? Unmute and tell Arav. Unmute. You are saying, but you are not unmuted your audio. 1 centimeter equal to how much meter? Sharanya, 1 centimeter equal to how much meter?
1000.
Hello? Louder. Jagan Krishna, 1 centimeter equal to how many meters? All you switch off the video. How I know whether you are there? Felix, how many meters? 1 centimeter. You are not studying. Okay, children, you are not studying at all. I told you 1 week when you come, I have to repeat again. Once again. Kiran Raj, 1 centimeter equal to how many meters?
Ma'am, 10 raised to -2 meter.
Negative 2 meter. Okay. Naveen, 1 centimeter is equal to how many meters, Naveen? Did you write the note?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, in that I have written now 1 centimeter equal to how many meters? Did you write?
Yes, ma'am.
Say 10 to the power of 10 raised to?
10
Just now Kiran said.
-2.
-2 meter. Okay, Joel, 1 centimeter square. How many meters square? 1 centimeter square. How many meters square? You did not copy that. I told you, you have to read because I cannot teach you maths. You have to by heart that points.
Ma'am, his audio is not.
Okay, okay. Dion Xavier, 1 centimeter square is equal to how many meters square?
10.
10 raised to?
10 raised to -2.
-4. 1 centimeter square means 10 raised to -4. 1 centimeter means 10 raised to -2. Okay. So shall we do one more problem? So write down. An object experiences a pressure of 1200 Newton per meter square when an unbalanced force is acting on its area of 2 meters square. Find the magnitude of unbalanced force. Find the magnitude of unbalanced force. Find the magnitude of unbalanced force. An object experiences a pressure of 1200 Newton per meter square when unbalanced force is acting on its area of 2 meters square. Find the magnitude of unbalanced force. Okay. So Alex, Dev, Shivakrishna, all of you, switch on your video. You started the old habit. The first classes, you all were very good students. Asim. And then as the classes progress, months and more than 2 months, 3 months, you started now your old habit of switching off the video and sitting over there. Jagan Krishna, okay. See, all of you now are visible. That means you are doing it purposefully, no? Shiva Krishna, Sharanya, I have seen your other classes in your full video. Only in my class you do this. Asad. I don't know whether you are present also. No idea, no audio muted, nothing. Only your name is there. Those who want to study, they will obey the teacher and do it. You are now in higher classes, not even a 7th standard kids. Remember that. Neha Mary. Okay. Have you completed the question, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Jagan Krishna, can you read it, please?
An
Don't waste
object
experiences.
pressure of 1200 Newton meter square when an unbalanced force is acting on its area of 2 meters square. Find the magnitude of unbalanced force.
Okay, find the magnitude of unbalanced force. Okay, good. Aryan, can you tell me how to do this? What we have to find from this problem? Aryan, gone. You are not there. Okay. Alan, can you tell me what we have to find from this question? What is given to us? Just read the question and tell me which are the values is given to you. Pressure is given. So you can write down, you can write down 1000. Okay, Alan. And what else is given? Which value is given then?
2 meter. 2 meters square.
Okay, 2 meters square. That is area. Area is given 2 meters square. Okay, fine. Nigel, what we have to find out from this question? What we have to find out? Pressure is given, area is given. What we have to find out now? What is the last sentence? Who's that?
Nigel.
Is it Nigel's house? Someone is taking class? Mother is a teacher or what? I can hear the sound. Okay, fine. Ami, tell me what you had to find out.
Magnitude.
Magnitude of what?
Unbalanced force.
Unbalanced force. So what is our equation now? P is equal to force by area. Now, what is the force from this equation? What can we write? Force is equal to Avanita?
Pressure into area.
Pressure into area. Okay. Pressure into area. Already pressure you knows, area you knows. What you have to do? You just have to substitute. Here it is given 2 meters square. So do we have to convert it into any unit? No need. Correct? It is not centimeter. Here it is given meter square. If it is given meter square, you don't have to do the conversion. The 10 to the power of minus 200 you don't require. Suppose if it is centimeter, then you have to use it. But this is 2 meter. Otherwise, tell me how much Newton force you will get. Calculate it and give me the answer.
1 minute.
Huh? Simple, no? 1200 into 2. Just multiply 12 into 2 and add 2 zeros. Your problem is solved.
Ma'am, 2400.
2400.
Ah, yes, very simple. 2400 SI unit is Newton. Okay.
Newton.
Yeah. So 2400 Newton. Now got it? So if you know any of these quantities, you can find out the force or pressure or area from this. Okay. So that is the use of the equation. Pressure is equal to force per unit area. Okay. Fine.
Ma'am, I
So
got
now-
disconnected.
Not over?
No, ma'am, when you called me, my net got disconnected, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Okay. Have you completed this? Then we can move on.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Hmm.
is there any difference between Newton per meter square and Pascal?
Nothing. No, nothing. I said last class I told Pascal also we can call as SI unit and Newton per meter square also we can use the SI unit. Pascal, why it is Pascal? It is the scientist who is studying about the pressure. So just like Newton, they have given the name Pascal. Okay. So
Okay,
either these two units you can use, either Pascal or Newton per meter square. Okay, dear. Shall we change it? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Now we are going to some of the examples of effect of pressure and force, because more than force in this chapter you have to thorough with the connection between the force and area. Already you know if area increases the pressure decreases or vice versa. So these are the some example in our daily life. So some example you should know what's the example for it. Dia, can you read? So you can write the heading increasing the pressure by, you can read increase the pressure by reducing the area. So these are the some examples I'm going to show you. When you reduce the area, some of the life example. Can you read, Dia, the first example?
Yes, ma'am. A sharp knife has a very small surface area on its cutting edge so that high pressure can be exerted to cut the onion.
Cut the onion. Okay. Okay, fine. So here you don't have to write everything. You just write example is a sharp knife. A sharp knife. A sharp knife cuts the vegetables faster. Cuts the vegetable faster. This is an example for, so write the heading increasing the pressure by reducing the area. You can write only example. Now, give me the explanation. Explanation, you understand the explanation, what it is. Okay. Suppose you are going to write the descriptive exam. So this thing will be descriptive exam. Maybe this kind of one example will be given to you. And I give reason. For example, a sharp knife has a very small surface area on its cutting edge. Why? Then your answer should be the knife has a small area, so the pressure exerted on the vegetable is more. So you have to write in your own sentences relating to that relation. Okay. Over. Next example. Yeah. Another example. The high, Nigel, can you read it? Nigel, same thing.
Okay. The high pressure on surface of the ice is so that the ice melt and allow the ice skate to glide smooth.
Okay, you can unmute it. So this is another example. Second example, ice skaters can glide on ice smoothly. This is also example of, this is another example. You can see it. Ice is, it's just like a solid form. So once if you use that special type of skating device on ice, When we stamp on it, the ice skating device, what happened? Because of the pressure increases, ice started melting. That is making the person to glide on it. So you must have seen the ice skating races, especially in Latin American countries where we have a lot of snow. It's ice skating is a sports for them, entertainment sports for them. And you must have seen so fast they are gliding into it. And some are also having 2 sticks on it. And it is just like a, in Bangalore and all, we have a car race. The similar way in Latin American countries where there is a lot of snow, it's a ice gliding or ice skating is a very famous sports. Okay, you must have seen in some Hindi Bollywood movies also the fight scenes in the gliding scenes. Okay, yeah. And recently we had in Bahubali 1 that a traditional way of ice gliding. Okay, yeah, okay, fine. So that's one example. This is some symbol. You can write so many. This is a symbol example in our daily life. Advait, can you read this? When a force is
when a force is applied at the head of the nail, the pressure will be driven sharpened into a piece of wood easily.
So here you can write a third example. Hammering a nail into a wooden wall or wooden box or simple wall. So many examples, not exactly wood. Even hammering a nail into the wall, concrete wall also example for the pressure. Okay, fine. Okay. Then one more. Now, another example is our car race. I told. Car race very common. Increasing the pressure by reducing the area. So far we have seen 3 examples. This is the 4th example. We can write so many other things because this is a very predominant sports in our daily life. Car racing, okay, bike racing. So all this also we use as narrow tires. Okay, narrow tires. This is on icy road. It is on icy road. We can have the muddy road also. In India, we have a more muddy road. So we must have seen the car racing and the bike racing is on a muddy roads. So this is an example of icy area like Latin America country. Again, car racing on the ice. Very important sport. It's adventurous sports at the same time entertainment. Okay. So in this also they are using. So you can write the 4th example. Narrow tires in racing cars. Narrow tires in racing cars. Narrow tires in racing cars. But you don't see this narrow tire in our buses and the cars we have. Nowadays we are using the broad tires for a passenger car or passenger bus. Because why? The reason is that the bus carries a lot of people, no? So we need to have a little more broad tires in order to withstand the pressure of the person. Okay. And not only that, racing cars, the main aim of the racing car means speed. Who wins the race fastest? Okay. So that is why they are using narrow tire. If you use a narrow tire, it will fly like anything. If you increase the speed, it will fly like anything. You must have seen it. Some of our movies and all. Okay. But passenger buses, we are not using narrow tires. We are using 2 tires in one side. And all 4 sides we having heavy tires because to withstand the pressure exerted by the person on the bus and the car. Okay, that's the difference between them. So this is some of the example in our daily life. Now, this is just opposite. Reducing the pressure by increasing the area. So in this pressure chapter, which are the questions can come on the basis of examples. Reducing the pressure by increasing the area. The previous 4 examples for increasing pressure. Now reducing pressure. Okay. Avinish, can you read it dear? What is it written on the slide?
A tractor moving on soft ground has wide tires to reduce the pressure on the ground so that they will not sink into the ground.
Okay, very good. Now you got it. Why we are using tractor have a very big tires. What is the aim of the tractor, Nihal? Why do we use the tractors, heavy tires? Yeah, it is used to plow, correct? So our tractor we are using to plow the mud. So we need to make the mud to be shaken and all. So for that we require a heavy tire. So that is the purpose. So because of that we have to reduce the pressure, and this tires, the tractor device, you see the down part which is plowing the mud. So it has to get inside the mud and it has to be removed or loosened. You must have studied 8th standard crop production, correct? Biology, you have a chapter crop production. In that you have learned the different different tactics for a crop. Okay, so in that it must be used: drilling the crop, sowing the seeds, loosen the soil, all these things. So for that we need less pressure, but we have to get a good grip on the mud so that it has to be turned around. So here you can use plowing the soil. Example, plowing the soil with the tractor. So this is an example for reducing pressure, increasing area. Okay, fine. Shall we go to next? Next is very common. Shoulder bag on one side. Whose bag is this? Which school are you studying? Okay. Huh? Which shoulder bag you will see? Aryan? Dr. Raja Davis International School, no? The students. Only in this school you will see the boys and girls are wearing a shoulder bag with the books. Clear? Okay. The sir used to say, correct? We are using the one side shoulder bag in order to reduce the weight of the book. Is it true? Yeah. Okay.
No.
So you are having file system. Shoulder bag we have to use only to carry the food, but you every time you carry all the textbooks, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And then it started paining in one shoulder. Okay, so here the reason, the aim of this shoulder bag in our school is to reduce your weight. But since you are carrying all the books every day,
increased, ma'am.
because you are carrying every books. That file system in another hand, file is in another hand, and the books are on another side. Okay, but actually the aim is reduce the pressure, but sometimes it is not practical now. Because nowadays, English teacher say, bring your literature book. Science teacher will say, bring the science text. Maths teacher will say, bring the maths test. So naturally, you bring all the tests. So you will get the pain. But actually, what is the aim? A wide shoulder pad of a heavy bag will reduce the pressure. That's the thing. It will reduce the pressure. So you will not get much pain. That is our real motive, but it is not happening. But according to theory, this is correct. Okay, a wide shoulder pad of a heavy bag will reduce the pressure, etc., on the shoulder of the person carrying the bag. So next example, you can have bags with the broad straps. Okay, here what is the aim of it? Bags with the broad strap, that area increasing, so pressure exerted by the books and all will be less. That's the meaning of it. So reducing the pressure by increasing the area. Bags with broad straps. So why do we use bags with the broad straps? Your answer should be This reduces the pressure by increasing the area of the rod strap. Okay. Yeah. So these are the example. Yes. I'm going to ask you one question on the basis of it. Okay. Who will answer? Let me know. For a solid block resting on the floor, the pressure acting the floor is highest when the block is resting on its smaller surface. In this, is this first block or second block is correct for this statement?
Second.
Read once again. For a solid block resting on the floor, the pressure acting on the floor is highest when the block is resting on its smaller surface. Who is the correct one?
First one.
First one. Yes, the word is highest. So in MCQ, you can get this kind of a application level questions. So this is biggest area. Already it is written the answer. Biggest area, smallest pressure. Smallest area, biggest pressure. So if you have a brick in your hands, okay, the brick in your hands, you keep the brick vertically and horizontally. Which will give you more pressure, vertically or horizontally?
Vertically.
Vertically. This is vertically, this is horizontally. Okay. Yes. Now, in this, I ask Neha Mary, which diagram shows the child exerting least pressure on the ground? A, B, or C? What is Neha your correct answer? B. Which pressure diagram shows the child exerting least pressure? What is Neha? Least pressure? Huh?
C.
See? Least means what, Neha? The meaning of the least? Neha is not answering, someone else is answering. I know. Yeah?
Less.
Okay. Naveen? Least pressure means what? Smallest pressure. Can you tell me which one is correct?
B.
A, B.
Ma'am, B.
Yes, exactly B. Okay. Why it is B, Asra? Why it is B? Naveen's answer is correct. Why it is B?
Mechanics.
Tell me, Asra. Try to say in your own words. Okay, area is okay. Advait, can you say once again? Asra said correct. You can also say.
Ma'am, the area is more.
Area is more. See the area. While the child is lying down, he is taking a more area than this and this. Okay. In this only his feet and the legs. Here only one leg. But here the full body is lying on the floor. Okay. Then which child will exerting more pressure?
Ma'am, C.
C. C is more pressure. Least means very much less. Okay, dear. So this is about the pressure in solids. Okay. This is the same thing I told you, vertically on the horizontally. So in this case also, which one will exert more pressure? Vertical brick and this. Okay. Okay, dear. So we will continue with the next class. That is on last, I think 4:20. I will be taking the classes. I am not taken the attendance now. I wanted the same, all the students should be present in the last period also. So now I am not marking. When you come on 4:20, I will take the attendance. Okay. Thank you, children.
Thank you.